Today is Wednesday, August 26th, and I want to update you on what's going on with church. We just got approval today from our district superintendent, the Reverend Dr. Karen Monk, to reopen for limited worship this coming Sunday, August 30th. The reopening team, including me, has been working hard to dot all the I's and cross all the T's to make sure that things are cleaned, arranged, and stocked for as safe as possible a return. Now that seeing each other face to face or half face to half face is imminent, it's your turn to help. If you plan to come to worship on this Sunday, please let me know. We can only set up so many chairs while keeping the required distance between family groups and individuals. Once we reach the maximum in the sanctuary, we will have overflow seating, also sanitized and spaced out, in the Jones room where we currently have no video hookup, but an audio hookup, so you can at least listen to the service. When you come on Sunday, please come in the ramp door. It now has a round opening plate on the railing a few feet from the door. Press it firmly in the middle and the door will miraculously open out for you. Do not try to pull the door shut. It will take care of itself. If you are over the age of 2, you must wear a mask over your nose and mouth, as you do every other public place these days. If you do not have a mask, we will provide one. One thing that will be new is we'll be taking attendance each time we meet and making sure that we have up-to-date contact information for everyone. The only reason for this is in case we need contact tracing if we learn that someone who comes is later diagnosed with COVID-19. We promise we will not use your personal contact information to sell you timeshare vacations, a great deal on car insurance, or the very best credit card rates. A few things other than that will also be different. There will be no passing of the plate. If you wish to bring an in-person offering, we'll have the plates and bags in the back of the sanctuary. Thank you to those who have made donations through the mail or online at www.rvumc.org during the past several months. There will also be no choir and no congregational singing because choral singing has been implicated in several viral outbreaks. There will also, alas, be no mingling for refreshments and fellowship around the table after the service is over. People are asked to leave in the same groups in which they arrived, with plenty of space between groups. I am going to have to trust everyone to behave themselves in the parking lot and not to act like the college kids we see on TV, jumping up and down with no masks and no distance between them because they're just so excited that they get to be together. I do believe that you are seasoned enough that you have that kind of adolescent rebellion well out of your system. So it will be a shorter worship service and it will be different in some ways, but we will be able to gather again and after more than 5 months apart. These 5 months have been hard for almost everyone in as many different ways as there are people. I suspect that for many, if not all of us, it's been an opportunity to grow in our faith, even if it's an opportunity we never would have chosen for ourselves. I was struck by that as I read the gospel for this coming Sunday from Matthew chapter 16, right after Peter comes out with his declaration that he knows that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of the living God. And right away, Jesus starts in on explaining this. And I read, Jesus began to show his disciples that he must go to Jerusalem and undergo great suffering at the hands of the elders and chief priests and scribes, and be killed, and on the 3rd day be raised. And Peter took him aside and began to rebuke him, saying, God forbid it, Lord, this must never happen to you. But Jesus turned and said to Peter, Get behind me, Satan. You are a stumbling block to me, for you are setting your mind not on divine things, but on human things. Then Jesus told the disciples, If any want to become my followers, let them deny themselves and take up their cross and follow me. For those who want to save their life will lose it, and those who lose their life for my sake will find it. For what will it profit them if they gain the whole world but forfeit their life? Or what will they give in return for their life? And faith, discipleship, and life itself are like that, aren't they? Just when you think you've finally gotten it figured out, something changes and you realize you also have to change. Looking back at how the very first disciples weathered the storms of life and faith and discipleship gives me the assurance that just because I'm sometimes bumfuzzled by how everything changes and how on earth am I supposed to deal with it, doesn't mean I'm totally out of order, but it also gives me the hope that by the grace of God, I will figure it out eventually. God be with you till we meet again.